Okay, let's set up. I don't like the glare from the... I thought I'd ironed all of this out. To anybody who might be popping in right now, hi everyone, this is Princess Etch. I'm joining my own live stream on my computer and muting it so I don't hear it. I see some hellos here. Hi everyone. I am almost 100% ready. I'm basically doing a minor bit of troubleshooting right now, and I think it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna close these drapes. I'm filming in a new location right now, and it's a little bit clunky. I'm trying to get rid of glare. Okay, that kind of worked. Oh gosh. This is what I mean by ironing out the kinks, guys. You guys are a very generous audience as I go through this. So to everybody who's just now popping in, hi everyone, I'm Princess Etch. You probably already know that. I do Etch-a-sketch art, so if you have a request, leave one in the comments, and I will fulfill the first one that I read that sounds pretty fun. Because I'm going to need to Google it as well, just for anybody who's tuning in, so... Oh, I already got 2 really good recommendations here. I'm waiting for a certain person who actually paid for an Etch-a-sketch livestream commission today to join, but in the meantime, I'm happy to take another person's request. I'm also feeling like... I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. Hey, there you are, Mr. X. Okay, I am going to fulfill Mr. X's request first because Mr. X actually followed through with purchasing an Etch-a-sketch commission of a Brontosaurus named Billy. So, quick question, Mr. X. Do you have a specific Etch-a-sketch color that you would like me to use? I've got a few available today. I've got, like, green, I've got red, I've got this strange Go Diego Go Etch-a-sketch I just got. Let me know if there's a specific color that you have in mind, and I would be happy to try to honor it. Green! Alright, here, I'll use this green one. Actually, let's see. Yeah, that's the best green one I've got. So let's go ahead and do an Etch-a-sketch. Sorry about hitting that. An Etch-a-sketch of a Brontosaurus named Billy. And then after that, I really liked the other recommendations that people just gave. Somebody recommended Toph Beifong, which is super good. I've never Etch-a-sketched Toph before. And also Scrooge McDuck, which would be really fun. So, all right. To anybody who's leaving comments right now, just know that I am seeing them coming in, but I may not be able to read all of them. So I am now Googling a Brontosaurus quickly. T-O-S-A-U-R-U-S. Brontosaurus. Okay. And, oh yeah, I got some cool pictures to work with here. Can I Etch-a-sketch the US flag? In fact, I have a video on my YouTube channel of me Etch-a-sketching the US flag. It's an oldie, but it's you know, it's a good one. Okay, where is the stylus? So when I start an Etch-a-sketch drawing, I like to figure out where I'd like to start. And then I pick the spot, and I will now shake and erase, because that's where I want to begin. I use the tape to hold the Etch-a-sketch down so it doesn't wiggle everywhere as I do my live stream. And I want to be able to maybe angle this a little bit more close to the screen. Oh, Larkspur, thanks for your sweet comment. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm angling just a little bit more. And let's begin with a Brontosaurus. For anybody tuning in, I'm about to start a Brontosaurus on an Etch-a-sketch. And his name is Billy. Okay. In a little bit, I might start up a little bit of music, but it was really distracting me while I was trying to get past the awkwardness of starting up a stream that is in a location I've never filmed before, so I started with like the humped back. And brontosauruses have long, long necks. When it comes to etch-a-sketching curves, you need to turn both knobs simultaneously, but you also need to... I see Billy. Is there, like, I feel bad if I'm drawing, like, is there a specific brontosaurus named Billy? Because I'm gonna feel bad if that's the case. I need to, like, in fact, I'm stopping right now to make sure that I'm not just doing the wrong brontosaurus. Oh, there's Billy and the brontosaurus. I feel like that is relevant. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm looking here. All right. Well, I'm not. You're thinking about, okay, no, just make it. Thank you, Mr. X. I would feel really bad if I was just totally drawing the wrong thing for you. Okay. All right, then I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. A little speed bump there. Okay. So we've got some little bumps. And just name it. Okay, just name it Billy. Cool. Okay. So yeah, these Etch-a-sketch drawings that I do on live streams are pretty quick. Some of you might have joined previous live streams. Some of you might be here for the first time. For the first timers, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. For those who've returned, hello, 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 hello. You get 4 hellos. Lucky you. I always wonder about if I'm going to archive my live streams or not, and usually the audience tells me yes, archive the live stream. So I might follow through with doing that today. Oh, good. It's your first time, be gentle. I'm not gonna comment on that. Alright, so we got 1 Bronto foot. I'm thinking of that scene in Mrs. Doubtfire where Robin Williams is doing like the dino rap. I remember he drops a sick beat about brontosauruses at some point. Does that very specifically date me? Mrs. Doubtfire being like a topical film from my youth? I think it does very specifically date me. Okay. I'm a millennial, guys. Alright, we got foot number 2 coming hot. He's got these kind of gangly, stumpy legs, kind of elephant-like, right? Do I ever get copyright claims with my work? So on YouTube, the only time I've ever had any degree of problem is with the music that I pick, especially if I'm more cavalier with music that I get from TikTok and just blindly port it over. Sometimes I'll do that when I have like already pre-recorded voiceovers on TikTok. But as far as like the content I create, nah. Nope. In fact, there have been occasions where I've created fan art of like copyrighted characters and then got to work with those franchises, or they straight up like bought something from me. So, for example, with Disney, I've worked with the Disney Parks blog a few times, and I did this Etch-a-sketch of Elsa a few years ago from Frozen, and they bought it from me to raffle it off for a like a special conference that I got to attend and be a guest at. So, yeah. Brands are pretty amenable to me, and I've had the fortune of working with a lot of really cool ones. Billy is such a good lad. I feel like everybody's in on a joke that I have no idea about. Alright, so we got a nice long Bronto tail. And we're gonna wrap it around. Bring it around town. Okay, so we got the tail. Seriously, Mrs. Doubtfire is a fantastic movie. And honestly, when I've watched the movie as an adult, and what blows my mind is that this movie is like a pretty heavy-hitting film when it comes to like talking about divorce. Like, how often do they make a movie for children about divorce? It's like, I don't know, it's pretty dope. Not that like divorce is dope, but that they made a movie based on the concept. Okay, so I gotta go around now to get to that fourth leg. Kids do need movies like that. We need movies to help us, like, deal with all the traumas we've dealt with already in life, you know? I'm sure statistically speaking, there's only a few of you here in the chat who've not had their parents get divorced. Like, I cannot currently... I have one friend. That is it. One friend whose parents have not gotten divorced. So, you know. That's in America, you know. That's American statistics there. Perhaps in other countries, divorce is, like, way less common. Alright, so we got the fourth leg going on. That's pretty dope. Let's get some more detail in that head there. Can I physically draw? My work is amazing, by the way. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. I can physically draw. I draw with pencil and paper. I like using ballpoint pens a lot, Sharpies, paint, all sorts of fun stuff like that. I use lots of mediums. Okay, let's add a little eye. And at the end of this drawing, I'm going to put it up closer to the screen so you can, like, really more clearly see what's going on. Because right now it's, like, a little bit hard. I wish I could mess with the... like aperture on my camera a little bit more, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So my thought, Mr. X, is that I'm going to write the name Billy like around his back. Is that cool if I just write B-I-L-L-Y like that? Oh, those pens are awesome. The V7s? Okay, let's talk about the V7 for a sec, because I'll tell you one place where the V7 is not awesome, and that is straight up on an airplane. V7s explode in the cabin pressure. I have had this happen to me twice. It is not a fun time. So I love the V7, but just don't take it on a plane with you. It's not worth it. It's ruined one of my purses, and my hand got like covered in black ink once, and I had to go into the little tiny airport restroom to like pathetically scrub my hands. I think I just missed the comments here. I'm gonna look at them again. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, thanks for the comment, Mr. X. Duly noted. Could I do the Jordan symbol? Potentially. I'm not good at reading requests as I'm in the middle of doing another drawing. What is considered the holy grail for Etch-a-sketch collectors? I made a video about that. So there is a very specific holy grail. It is known as the FAO Schwartz Swarovski Crystal Etch-a-sketch. It came in 4 color variants. It was released at the store over a decade ago. So the New York City location, it was $1,500. You could get it in blue, white, red, or black. I am fortunately one of the owners of a blue variant, and they were released in editions of 6 per color. Now they've made more red over the years, but to the best of my recollection, there was only 1 of 6 of the blue, as well as the white and black. Okay, here's the B. Now I'm drawing I. Okay, let's see. You said you wanted them all, right? Yes! Which one would I want most after my current one? Ooh, oh man. Probably the white one. And yes, you're correct. So I did do a video about it. If you look at like what's my most expensive Etch-a-sketch, it totally covers that. Yeah, I think I want the white one because it's like a reverse Etch-a-sketch color palette. The frame is white and the knobs are red, and it just looks so slick. But honestly, if I could get my hands on like any of the other ones, I would consider myself lucky. Because there are other Etch-a-sketch artists who would also live for the opportunity to get their hands on any of those as well, because they are things of beauty and haven't been, manufactured in a long time, and there's no guarantee they will ever be manufactured again. To anybody who might just now be tuning in, I'm in the process of finishing up a live stream Etch-a-sketch commission for someone who is currently watching in the stream, and then I will be taking some requests. In the meantime, I won't be able to read the requests coming in so much right now, only because I'm busy working on someone else's. And there we go. Haha, Billy. let's get a little closer to the screen here so we can show that. Bling, bling. Yay! Thank you! I'll try to take a nicer photo of this later, okay, Mr. X? So then you can have like a nice record of it. Otherwise, I probably will archive the stream, so you'll be able to tune in and watch it being made whenever. Cool. So let's see here. Yeah, Billy is a good boy. I feel like Billy would... I wonder what noises Billy would make. That's kind of a weird question. It looks easy, but nope. Yeah, Billy was a good boy. Okay, so I really liked, Will, I like your recommendation. You've asked about a brain. I think that's really fun. I'm gonna do that on a red Etch-a-sketch right here. I have done a brain, but it was a long, long time ago. So let's do a brain next. Also, to anybody who might have left a comment with a question, if I didn't see it, please feel free to leave that comment again. I don't always see all the comments coming in, so let's see here. I'm going to, one thing that'll really help is if I start looking at the comments more. I'm going to do a quick search on a brain. I did an Etch-a-sketch of a brain in a Homer Simpson head Etch-a-sketch that I have. Actually, I have that Etch-a-sketch upstairs. Let's do that. How about that? 1 second. I'm going to grab that Etch-a-sketch, and I think that would be an appropriate drawing to do in it. Okay. Alright, I'm right back. Here we are. So I've got this Etch-a-sketch. I felt like inspiration struck. It's really big, so I gotta zoom out. Let's bring this screen a little back. Yes, I will not forget about Toph. Sorry about that. I just really liked the idea of a brain, and when I read it, it was the right time. Okay, so here we go. We've got Homer Simpson's head. Here I was thinking I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I forgot to, and I just did that now. Okay, so we've got Homer Simpson's head here, and I've got it all situated. How do I erase the drawings? So the best way to erase a drawing on an Etch-a-sketch, I'm going to quick demonstrate, is to take the Etch-a-sketch, flip it upside down, shake it, and then the drawing will disappear. Now this drawing, you can see a previous drawing I've done. The more you use the Etch-a-sketch, the more kind of, you know, the more it gets really used up well. This is, yes, Homer Simpson's head. Now, where is the stylus? Okay, so I'm going to start up here. Okay. Well, if you're interested in commissioning me, you could check out the link in my, I have an Etsy page, and I would be happy to do a South Park Etch-a-sketch. That'd be super cool. Like, absolutely. Will I ever draw on it and save the drawing on the FAO Schwartz Etch-a-sketch? Potentially. So I'm doing a shape of a brain right now. The problem is, because I only have one, it's kind of like a one and done thing, you know? And that's kind of a high stakes. So I'd almost rather offer it as like an extremely high-end commission. So right now I'm drawing like the shape of the brain. And then I gotta draw all the like wiggly parts. The biggest Etch-a-sketch I own is definitely the Etch-a-sketch pool float that I just recently got. That thing is gargantuan. Brains are really scary looking. Let's see. And Homer brain is small, yes. Can I draw a Cloud or Sephiroth? Potentially. There's some other recommendations that I really liked that were given earlier, and I might want to prioritize those first because they were recommended earlier. Another thing I learned is those people who who ask for free requests don't always stick around, which I learned was a really big bummer the other day on TikTok. This is kind of like, oh man. Okay. I'm drawing a brain on a Homer Simpson Etch-a-sketch. I was watching The Simpsons the other day for the first time since I was a kid, and that show is way funnier than I remember it being. I am super impressed at how funny The Simpsons is. You know, I feel like it's hard to see the details here. Can I focus my screen a little better? Okay. I'll make it quick so that... It really do be like that sometimes. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom in a little more and angle it. It's like my phone is casting a shadow, which is being unfriendly to the Etch-a-sketch drawing. Okay. The lighting in my office sucks, guys. I need to buy some additional lights in here. Okay, so I'm drawing a brain. I'm almost done with the brainy shapes. How has my day been? Thanks for asking. It's actually been really stressful. It's been really stressful because I'm dealing with registering my business in the state of Maryland, which comes with a lot of hiccups and annoyances, and a lot of tax stuff is due tomorrow. That's the growing pains of a small business owner. You got to do a lot of this kind of legal what have you. Man, this doesn't look as good as I want it to be either. I wonder... Man, I feel so bad because I already started the live stream and, you know, the lighting is lacking. So yeah, I was dealing with a lot of tax paperwork and lots of fun stuff like that. Phone calls to my accountant, you know, like the stuff you probably wouldn't necessarily expect an Etch-a-sketch artist to be doing, like, at a first glance. But the necessary things in order to keep the tax man at bay. Yes, I am in Maryland. I just moved here, hence the growing pains of registering my business here. But yep, I am a Maryland resident now. It is official. I got myself a, you know, official state identification. It's really weird to me. It's really weird to me to be a resident of the state. Because I was so used to being an Illinois resident for so long. Alright, I'm wrapping up this brain drawing now. Alright. Let's see. Wow, see, look how much cleaner it looks when I angle it. That's what I need to be doing, guys. There's a scary looking brain. Yay. Now, taxes are a little scary, but they're not impossible to do. You know what I want to do right now? I want to grab I'm gonna grab something so I can start angling my Etch-a-sketches more when I draw on them so that I can actually get a little more light from my office. So I will set this here. I will angle this so you can just look at this for a moment. And then I am going to be right back. I'm in the office. I'm just scrounging around for something I can use as like a flat surface. Here we go. Okay, found a flat surface, and then I need to angle it. This isn't the most glamorous flat surface, but I want to be able to produce decent work for you guys. So let me grab improvise. How's everybody else's day going? You guys are being such a nice and generous audience sitting here through my little hiccups in today's stream. I hope everybody else is having a good day too. Okay, let's see here. I will... Oh, this is heavy. This will do. Okay. Ah, look at that flat surface. Ah, I'm glad to hear the stream is making your day better. And I'm reading people's comments right now while I deal with the hiccups. Let's see. There we go. Vibing in bed. I respect that. Oh yeah, this is better. This is better. Haha. Where did all that tape go I was using earlier? It's gone forever now. That's okay. I can get new tape. And the favorite story I've told is the accidental food delivery I got. That was Noodles and Company. Yeah, that was awesome. I felt like I was bequeathed with like random food from the food gods. Like I wasn't even particularly hungry, but I was still hungry enough to like chow down, you know? Yeah, that was a wild time. I should tell another weird story. Maybe I should tell a story about this time I almost got kicked out from a convention center by a very buff security guard in Paris. So I'm gonna tell that story. Because that's a whole different kind of story. Do you guys see Bold and Brash used to draw? Yeah, you can see Bold and Brash used to be living on here. I'm going to use this Etch-a-sketch to draw Toph Beifong now, though. So we're going to see some multi-layer drawing happening on here. So, alright guys. Buckle up. I'm going to tell you a story while I draw Toph. So once upon a time, I was a lowly recent graduate from art school, and I got a really cool email from a woman named Elsa, who was, can I Etch-a-sketch handsome Squidward? I've done it before, potentially. But I was a lowly college student, college graduate, arguably worse than college student. And I'm looking up a picture of Toph. I was sent a lovely email from a woman named Elsa, who was a, oh, I found a great picture of Toph. Okay, here we go. A woman named Elsa reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in showing my Etch-a-sketch art at a trade show in Paris. And I had never left the country before. I had no idea how to navigate the globe beyond North America. Well, that's not true. I've been to Canada before, so I've never left the continent before. But after a lot of discussing with a bunch of people, I decided, heck yeah, I'm going to Paris. I'm going to go show my art in Paris. The big catch was that I basically had to pay my way out there, which kind of was a bummer, but I was up for the challenge. So I set up a crowdfunding website to fund my stay in Paris, and I got like ultra super funded by like everyone who knew me. I had random family members like coming out of the woodwork, people I'd literally never interacted with before in my family, who were like mailing me checks to like encourage me to go to Paris. These people were like, this is your father's second cousin, thrice removed. And you know, so I was super stoked, and I was super well supported, and decided, all right, let's do this. So I booked my flight. I bought the video game My French Coach for the Nintendo DS in a very pathetic effort to crash course teach myself as much French as I could squeeze into my noggin. And I, you know, about a month after that email was sent to me, I was on my merry way to Paris. And so I get to Paris. I have about like 5 days that I can work with. But the main reason I was there was to share my work at a show in Paris. So I, and I see comments are coming in. For anybody leaving comments right now, I'll after I'm done with this drawing and the story, I'll kind of scroll back through the comments. For anybody asking if I've ever Etch-a-sketched this or that, I have a pretty extensive collection of art on my YouTube channel, as well as if you just like Google whatever you're interested in plus Etch-a-sketch. I've done so many things over the years just on Google. But anyways, so back to the story. So I find myself in Paris. I know I have a deplorable level of French knowledge. I booked myself a hostel. The first night in my hostel, my fellow like roommate was coughing all night. So my concern was, oh my goodness, of course this was pre-COVID, but even pre-COVID, I was terrified that I was about to get whatever illness she had. So I switched rooms, and then I began my like adventure in Paris. And one of the first things I had to do was get all of my art over a to the convention center before it began. And the problem was, this was back in 2014. I didn't even have a smartphone yet. I didn't know how to get around much. I had a literal physical map of the Paris transit system to give you a true idea of how analog my experience was in Paris. And I had like 20 euros to my name because I didn't have enough time to go to the bank and like exchange my money. American credit cards did not have chips yet, and I could not swipe at most locations. Europe was way ahead of the curve in that way, and they really had their stuff together. So I was in a weird place. So I go to the convention center. I get there, and what I didn't realize was this convention center was gargantuan. Like, it was incredibly large. And I did not know which building my art was supposed to be shown in. I did not know the location, and I didn't have internet access. So I couldn't pull up the email. So I was wandering for over 2 hours. At some point in that 2 hour period, I'm literally dragging a huge bag of all of my art everywhere with me. At some point, I go through a series of doors with lots of French words on them, but I have no idea what they say because I don't speak French. And out of nowhere comes a big, burly security man who starts barking at me very angrily in French. And he is speaking super fast, and I'm just standing there like, what is going on? Oh my gosh. And he looks at me, and it begins to register to him that I absolutely don't speak French. And so we stand together awkwardly and wait for people to pass by. And he keeps asking people, presumably in French, do you speak English? And eventually we found a guy, a complete rando, who speaks English. And we pull him aside, and he serves as our impromptu translator. And eventually, basically, I'm told that I went through like a no trespass door and was like wandering through like employee order only quarters. And I was, explaining to the translator that like I'm just trying to find my booth. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't speak French, obviously. And eventually that gets worked out, and I describe the specific like pavilion that I'm supposed to be going to, and I just can't find it. And this guy is like, all right, the translator has fulfilled his purpose. We thank him, and he's on his way. And now I am alone again with the big burly security man, and he is pissed at me. Like, he looks at me and he like angrily takes me to the destination that I requested. And he looks at me and he says, "Why you no speak French?" And I looked at him and I said, "I would love to explain it to you, but you have no idea what I'm saying right now." And I feel bad that I didn't know more French going to France. I really do. But I also had no idea I was ever going to go to France until about a month before. so it was just, I was destined to have a bad time when it came to that. But I did end up practicing a lot of French while I was there, and the security guard did vaguely show me where I needed to go, but I still had to wander for about another half hour or so. And at this point it's getting super late, but out in the distance, like a chorus of angels singing, I see, out of the corner of my eye, a giant Etch-a-sketch hanging from the ceiling. And that's when I knew that I finally found my booth, because they had the architect for the event design an entire space for me. It was incredible, like truly amazing. And a part of that space was an extremely large Etch-a-sketch sign that had my name on it. So that's how I eventually found my booth. That's the long and the short of that. And then I sold art for the next few days in Paris. That was crazy. I've also pretty much had no idea what I was doing. It was my first time ever selling my work in person before. And literally, my first time selling my work in person is to a group of people whose language I do not speak in any way, shape, or form. So it taught me a lot pretty fast. I definitely have no qualms about selling things to people, because my first time I had to do it in a language I don't speak. So yeah. Now when I go to like conventions and stuff in the U.S., like not a problem whatsoever, because like at least I know English is most likely going to be a common thing. So yeah. The phrases that I learned the most during my brief stint in Paris were uh, let's see, désolé, je ne parle pas anglais, parlez-vous français? I'm sorry, I do not speak French. Do you speak English? Which I already felt like such a big, typical lazy American oaf for saying that. And then the other phrase that I learned is ne pas toucher, s'il vous plaît, which is do not touch, please, because I had a lot of people touching my Etch-a-sketches without my permission, and I didn't like it. So I got really good at ne pas toucher, ne pas toucher. I would bark that one a lot. I also got to practice Spanish while I was there, though. Now, I speak a little Spanish. I took like 5 years in middle/high school, and there were occasions where people didn't speak English and I didn't speak French, but we both spoke Spanish, and that was really cool. That was so stinking awesome to be able to practice my Spanish in action. Ah, oui, oui, croissant. I know that. Oh, the croissants I had in France were the best I've ever had. The bread. Oh my gosh, the things that France can do to bread. My goodness. The last thing I did in Paris before going home was I hit up a boulangerie, which is like a bread store, and I spent like 30 euros. I just pointed at like 15 things, and they loaded up my bag, and then I took it on the plane. I checked that piece of luggage, and then when I got home, I opened it up, and it smelled like Paris. It was the best thing ever. So that is a brief story of the time I almost got, like, in big trouble with a random security guard in Paris. That's the long and the short of that story. That was my first major trip as an Etch-a-sketch artist. It was pretty freaking crazy. It was I look back on that and still can't believe I did that. Like, I went alone. I had no idea what I was doing. I stumbled through the country, and I feel like I grew a lot as a person, because, like, I really had to just be extremely self-reliant during that time. There were, like, days at a time where I just pretty much had no communication with anybody back home. And, it made me much more confident in traveling on my own. Like, within the U.S., yeah, I could do that no problem. But now, you know, I can definitely go on my own to places that, like, I've never been before without any concern. Especially if it's to an English-speaking country. Like, that's not a problem. If I'm already confident knowing how to ask for the bathroom in my native tongue, like, I'm gonna be fine. Oh, I loved visiting Spain too. I got to go to Spain in 2017. It was 2017. It was super awesome. I went to Barcelona and had the time of my life. It was a pretty special experience. I want to go back so badly. I feel like the shape of her head is off. You guys think that? I think that. I'm gonna kind of try to fix it. She needs, like, poofier hair to, like, make up for it. She looks like she got stung by a bee. I'm sorry, Toph. You were stung by a bee. Her chin looks really messed up. Oh well. You don't win them all, you know? Did I see any mimes in Paris? No, I did not. I also went in January, which is not the best time to go to Paris, because it's cold and stuff. But, yeah. Now I'm starting to read people's comments again. Do bees even exist in Avatar? They're probably like bear bees or something, right? They're like a weird, like turtle bees. The Crimson Chin Chin! Yeah, she does. It's okay. Toph doesn't have to look perfect in a live stream environment. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna draw the rest of her. She's got a cool outfit. Yeah, I'm seeing other comments rolling in now. I know a bunch of people left comments while I was telling my story. I did miss like all of them, so I'm sorry for that. But I was like getting in the zone, you know? I'll have to scroll back in a moment, maybe catch up on some of those comments. I'm thrilled that like 21 of you are still sticking around and hanging out. I appreciate that. I'm basically done with this drawing now. Alright, I'm drawing the rest of her. There we go. There we go. I want to fix her, like, it should be angled more, but, you know, it's tough enough, right? Okay. Which Etch-a-sketch drawing took me the longest? Probably my Etch-a-sketch series of a skeleton that I did. That took me a really long time. That was like a whole month of work solid. So I got the tape here, and I do see people, yeah, happy to have drawn one. I'm glad you're able to stick around and see it being made. I like the idea of Scrooge McDuck. I've never done Scrooge McDuck before, so that'd be cool. Scrooge. I'm looking up a picture of Scrooge McDuck now. Okay, so I'm looking at like some classic pics of Scrooge McDuck here. I like this one. Well, I want to use like official art, because I want to be kind of respectful of anybody who has fan art. I don't want to accidentally use like somebody's fan art without their consent. Okay, I got a picture of Scrooge McDuck. He's looking fly. Okay, I'm gonna try to angle it even more. Bring this down a little bit. Recalibrating. I'm using a piece of cardboard, and there's this mark on it that's driving me bonkers. Can I show what Scrooge McDuck looks like? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take this off the phone display, so it's gonna make a loud noise in a moment. There we go. That wasn't so bad. There we go. So this is the reference image I'm using. I'm probably gonna focus on mainly the head, because there's a lot of extra details here, which will be a little difficult for me to get in time. So, yeah, let's draw Scrooge McDuck. All right. I've reconnected to my display, and oh, that's the problem. Do I have something taller? I'm looking around my office right now for things I can use to shove beneath this. I don't really have options in here. That's kind of a bummer. Oh well. Okay. Maybe I can... Oh, ooh. Okay. I want to make, like, a solid back surface here. Okay. There we go. And then I'm using my knee to prop this up. I'm taping things down right now. It's not a very glamorous thing I'm doing. Please don't do just the body. That would be weird. Yeah, that would be really weird, wouldn't it? This is the body only of Scrooge McDuck. I firmly agree. Yeah. What are on his feet? That's a good question. It looks like there were water shoes on Scrooge McDuck's feet in the picture that I did. Yeah, yeah. This is a feet only Etch-a-sketch drawing channel. That's all I draw here today. This is all you can expect going forward. That would be really weird, guys. If I only drew Etch-a-sketch. That's like, talk about a niche, right? I'm an Etch-a-sketch artist who only draws feet. Okay, so I like to decide where I'm going to begin, and I'm going to begin right here. And that is a weird question. Yeah. Why is he wearing water shoes? I don't know. Maybe they're just shoes. Like, I've got the same questions you've got. Okay. So, we have established a connection. And we're off like a herd of turtles. What is everyone's favorite cartoon they grew up watching? Because the first cartoon that I just thought of, other than Pokemon, of course, is Recess. I loved the cartoon Recess. And I've been watching it on Disney Plus. That cartoon aged so well, guys. Like, incredibly well. There are episodes that yeah, anybody who has Disney Plus and has never seen Recess, get on that. It is super worth it. If there's anything you take away from this live stream, it's go watch Recess. And I'm seeing some more comments. I grew up watching a lot of Adult Swim too. And anime is pretty dope. I agree. I understand why you'd rather watch it. But there are a few American cartoons out there that are worth a quick look-see. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we've got one eye down. And wow! Aw! Mr. X, that's literally the first donation I've ever gotten on YouTube. Holy guacamole! I didn't even know I had that feature enabled. Wow, it's not often my phone tells me I got money randomly. That's cool. Woo! I will get a slice of pizza. I'm gonna go find a place that offers slices of pizza just to fulfill your request. I don't know a place yet where I live that offers slices of pizza. Yeah! Making it rain. So I don't know what Killua is. I keep thinking of Killua, which is like alcohol. I can Google that, but I really only like to take requests right when I'm finished with a drawing, because otherwise I totally forget what people recommended while I'm working on stuff. So just a little FYI. I just saw a bunch of comments pop up. Let me read them for a sec. Pretty big fan of the Beyblade Metal Saga. OG Bakugan? What? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so first off, let's talk about Beyblade for a sec. Beyblade was pretty big when I was in 6th grade, and we all had Beyblade arenas, and I only had one Beyblade. It was orange, and it, like, popped up. It did some weird stuff. It was really cool, whatever it did. But, yeah, I loved Beyblade. There was the catchphrase, "Let it rip," which every child on the planet made fun of. But it was effective marketing because we all fell for it. It was a good time. Now, Bakugan Battle Brawlers. That is made by Spin Master, who now owns Etch-a-sketch. So I now care more about Bakugan Battle Brawlers. But I've never owned any. I've just seen them in the stores and thought they looked really cool and saw the commercials and really wanted one and just never followed through. So that is my entire association with Bakugan. But there's a lot of great anime out there, you know? I grew up with a lot of the OGs. You're talking Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are like the quadrifecta, right? And then there's like a bunch more, you know? Adult Swim introduced me to a lot of great anime. You've got some more recent stuff, like I'm a big Madoka fan, you know? Being as I am, I thought Madoka was a great inversion of the magical girl genre. I've been trying to watch a lot of more new animes, but, like, I haven't found one that, like, super clicks yet. So I've started a bunch, and I'm debating about continuing them. That's kind of where I am. Thanks for popping in, Toast Killer. I'm seeing comments right now and I'm trying to read up. Just started watching My Hero Academia. That's cool. My Hero Academia was, I'm not caught up with the newest season, but I watched, I think, the first 2 or 3, something like that. And, I really like the French guy. What's his name? Anybody know the French guy's name? Who's got, like, roses and does belly button beams with his belly button? That guy is awesome. He's the best thing to ever happen to My Hero Academia, bar none. Fight me. That's what's up. I love the French guy. My boyfriend hates that I love the French guy, which makes me love the French guy even more. How do I adapt to different styles so easily? So that's a great question. There was a phrase that I was taught in high school in drawing class, and it has shaped the way that I create art pretty significantly. And it is draw what you see. Which sounds like a kind of silly thing, right? Like, yeah, of course we're drawing what we see. But it's truly using the power of observation to pay attention to the drawing instead of making assumptions about how it's supposed to look with your brain. Kind of a strange way to put it, but that's how I always interpreted it, and that's what I think helps me to adapt to different styles really well. Especially like cartoon styles, which I think are pretty similar to one another. Okay, so we're working on the top of the beak. And I'm looking at some comments. Thanks! Yeah, my nails. They are a pretty polarizing thing about my Etch-a-sketch art. People either are okay with them or really don't like them. And, you know, I get it. Not everybody is, like, really into long nails. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I respect that, but, you know. Does Minecraft... okay, so I don't have Minecraft for the Switch, so I'm not the right person to ask, but maybe somebody else in the chat can chime in on that one. Do they help me etch-a-sketch? No, my long nails actually hinder me from etch-a-sketching. They get to a certain length, and then I have to cut them. They are almost at that length. What happens is they just kind of become inconvenient over time. And what usually causes me to cut my nails is not etch-a-sketching, but typing. Once it becomes more frustrating for me to type, they gotta go. So they are actually probably gonna get cut tomorrow. And that's okay by me, because they always grow back, like, super fast. I've got these insane fingernails that, like, if I let them go unabated, they could literally grow, like, inches long. No exaggeration. But that hinders my life way too much, so I won't let them get that long. What if we were all colorblind? Zal, that theory is... I'm not ready for that theory. That's too big brain level thinking for me tonight. I had to do taxes today. I'm not ready for those kind of thoughts. And then we have science to prove that. Yeah. Yes. Let's depend on science for this situation. I'm not ready. Okay, so Scrooge McDuck's got a big ol' smile on his face. So right now we're working on the open mouth. Now, when I think of Scrooge McDuck, I think of A Christmas Story. Is that no? A Christmas Story is that movie from the 70s. The Christmas Tale with Tiny Tim and Ebenezer Scrooge. Is that the same Scrooge? Because he looks rich. It seems like it's a similar storyline kind of thing going on, you know? Yeah, he likes money. Like Mr. Krabs. Is he like Mr. Krabs? Can we compare them? Would those be wrong to compare to one another? Seems like Mr. Scrooge is you know, they probably would have an interesting conversation if they were in the same room. Okay. Working on the details of the mouth. He's way too thick to be compared. Fair enough. He's an awesome uncle. Okay, so he's Uncle Scrooge. That makes sense. So we're rounding out the beak right now. Yeah, we just brought it around town. Now, I realized I drew it too big, so I may not fit his whole head, but a girl can try. Okay. Okay. We're going around now. What if there's poor people that are actually rich and don't want to make others feel bad? That's a really obtuse question to ask on an Etch-a-sketch art live stream. I mean, yeah, there could be. I don't know. I think a lot of rich people will hide their wealth, you know, because they recognize that they become targets if they, like, really flaunt it. But, you know. Kind of depends, I guess. This is getting philosophical. Welcome to the Princess Etch Philosophical Etch-a-sketch live stream. Tonight we're going to talk philosophy. Do we really exist? Or are we all just figments of someone's imagination? Are we the main characters? Or are we all just NPCs? You were here to watch Etch-a-sketch art, but instead, you're getting an existential crisis. That juicy dread of existence. Tell me about it, am I right? Existence is pain. But hopefully my Etch-a-sketch art can relieve the pain just a little bit. Okay, we got some fun hair happening over here. I guess this would be called feathers. It's a duck. That would be weird if Scrooge McDuck had hair. I gotta make these feathers, like, bigger. Okay, something like that. Alright. It's coming along, guys, right? This is you know, making progress. There's a little, like, tongue in the picture. I know, it looks like he's got, like, a singular vampire tooth. But I promise it's the random little tongue in the picture. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so we drew the brim of the hat. It's better it does look better than Bee Stung Toph so far, I agree. I gotta fix the beak a little bit, but I'll get around to that. I might be able to fit the hat. Guys, I might be able to fit the hat. Okay. I fit the hat. I fit the hat. I did it. This Etch-a-sketch is acting a little bit wonky on me. Okay. Feel like it's a classic, don't blame the controller. I'm blaming the controller. Okay. Let's see if I can fix this beak situation. I guess it looks okay. There's more feathers going down here. Okay, I'm gonna draw just a little bit more Scrooge McDuck. Isn't it? He looks spiffy, doesn't he? Give him the Doug Dimmadome hat. All I need is about 3,000 more Etch-a-sketches to make that happen. Okay, so I'm gonna draw... That was a good cartoon growing up. Fairly Odd Parents. There's a classic. And he's got a little cutesy little shirt here. Okay, it's a coat. Have I heard the song Maniac by Conan Gray? No. Duck Dimmadome? Ha ha ha. I like that. You asked if I could read your other theory. So my hands are a little full right now. I can't scroll back up, but you could just copy and paste it, and I'll read it. I like theories. We're here to theorize here. We're scientists. Everyone in the chat is a certified scientist. We theorize. Or we just write a lot of fan fiction. Honestly, same exact thing. Okay, so he's looking spiffy as heck. Am I right, guys? Okay. What if our whole life is a dream and we're still in kindergarten taking a nap? So I can debunk that theory personally because in my kindergarten, we never took naps. So maybe I'm the figment of one of your dreams, but not of my own. But maybe I'm in a coma, right? Like, this could be just a particularly detailed coma, which is honestly kind of weird my brain's being this specific. Like, I guess more power to it. Good on you, brain. But, like, also, the heck, man. Why are you being this specific? And why am I not, like, flying, you know? Like, can't I have dreams about flying instead? Okay, so I'm gonna do some shading here. Let's do some final shading on Scrooge McDuck. This Etch-a-sketch took a lot longer than I was anticipating, and I have no idea why I'm singing. Okay, so I'm shading just some quick little elements here. Not every element, but I want to give him a little pizzazz, you know? He earned it. It's a spiffy duck. The coma it's too realistic. It's hitting home. But yeah, it's adventurous, right? We're going on an adventure, Charlie. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to do is just shade the hat. So to shade horizontally, you'll notice that I'm turning the left knob significantly more than the right, because I need to go left and right. And that's what the left knob does best. That's literally all the left knob does. Let's go left and right. Okay, so we got some shading done in the hat region. I like to go over my lines afterwards to kind of clean them up. Bring some definition back into the game. Am I right? Okay. And then, ta-da! Huzzah! Okay. Oh, you know what? It's a good thing that I went to shade this hat because he's got a little stripe on his hat. Okay. And the coma is angry. Now, I've had people recommend JoJo's Bizarre Adventures characters before. I need to do... Okay, I'm a butcher his name maybe, but Yoshikage Kira? I need to dedicate a video to him because I get so many people commenting about him in my hand videos because I really like drawing hands, if you didn't know that about me. Apparently, I share more in common than I ever should with Yoshikage Kira. I've seen the clips on YouTube about him. I haven't seen much JoJo. I've only seen that clip and episode 1. I didn't like episode 1, so I kind of left. But maybe I should come back because everybody seems to really like JoJo. The duck looks organic and vegan? Okay, cool. I'll take it, you know? I mean, wait. No, it can't be vegan. It could be organic, but it can't be vegan. Unless we're looking at like a tofu duck. Is this a tofu duck? Okay, I'm fixing the hat. And by fixing, I mean doing the outlines. And then bada bing, bada boom, right? Let me move this stylus a little bit. You see the crosshairs and they're kind of distracting. Bringing it down to the bottom of the screen. Bam! Well, wait. I want to go to the bottom right. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Bam! Now we're done. Aha! Woo! We got Scrooge McDuck. Okay. So we got a few recommendations. I'm gonna do, I think, one more tonight because it's been an hour and I gotta eat food. Maybe I can make them really quick, and if I make them really quick, then I can do more than one. But I saw a few people leave comments. Okay, I'm googling Killua. What is Killua from? Hunter. Okay. Okay, I'll do a quick Killua. I'm gonna do a quick Killua from Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter. I don't know what people prefer to refer to it as. So I'm gonna start near the middle. Killua has cool hair, so I respect that. Wow, watching from the Philippines. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. That's super cool. I hope that everybody who's been sticking around has been enjoying this stream. I've been enjoying hanging out with you guys. You guys seem like a cool, chill crowd. I hope you've enjoyed my random ramblings. Okay, so Killua. Killua. It's got cool hair. That's all I'm gonna say. It's kind of Yugi-esque, right? Although it's not nearly as Maple Leaf-like. Okay, so let's get this first eyeball drawn. I know I'm gonna execute them straight up. It's gonna be a bloodbath. No, I really hope it's not an actual bloodbath. That's bad. I've never hurt myself cutting my nails. Let's just nix that potential interpretation immediately. Okay, so we got this guy looks serious. Is this anime character a force to be reckoned with? Because I have never seen Hunter x Hunter, so I don't know if this guy's a jerk. Am I Etch-a-sketching a jerk, or is he cool? Tell me all about this guy. Look at how... That is a good eye. Am I taking requests? Kind of. I think this might be the last one of tonight. But I'm not exactly sure. So, yeah, I usually take Etch-a-sketch requests, but... And what better time for a perfect plug than this? If anybody watching right now is particularly interested in me honoring their future requests, check out the link in the description of this video, or you can purchase an Etch-a-sketch commission for $10. Ba-da-da-doo. There you go. That's the end of the plug. So yeah. Anybody who wants a commission and is like really like super passionate about wanting to make it happen, you now know what's up. You now know what to do. Okay. Oh, he's part of the main protagonist team. Okay, that's cool. Good for him. Okay, drawing the other eye. I try to draw like the difficult stuff first, because if I make a mistake, I want it to be early. I've said that a lot in my videos. But it's true. That's why I say it a lot. Right? Okay. $10? That is a great price. Thanks so much, Dr. Death Defying. You're totally right. I tried to make it pretty reasonable, especially because you guys end up seeing how long I take doing these drawings. They end up being more than 10 minutes. And that's fine. I enjoy doing them. Okay. This boy's got spiky hair. He's a spiky boy. He needs another eyebrow, doesn't he? Okay. There we go. We got 2 eyebrows now. He was an assassin, and now he's a pro hunter. Good for him. Well, hopefully that's a move up in the world. Sure, Kyla, you get a shout out. Glad you're able to tune in live. Yeah, I need to do more live streams, guys. Okay, so now we're drawing the nose. We got the classic anime triangle nose. You love it, right? I was a big fan of drawing the triangle nose with Dragon Ball Z fan art. Like, super big fan. So, highly recommended. Okay, so he's looking a little peeved, you know? Like you know, someone wronged him. He's unhappy about this situation. Is he gonna go hunt? Is he gonna go assassinate? I don't know. Stay tuned. Okay. All right, here's a question for the audience. What is the worst anime you've ever seen? Just the straight up worst. Like anime that like you can't believe you even sat through an episode. Horrible. Anime that like you can't believe your friend recommended it to you and you're no longer friends anymore. Horrible. I want to know about that. Tell me about the worst anime you've ever seen. Holy moly, my tummy just rumbled so hard. Okay, this will be the last drawing because I definitely gotta go eat food. But thank you. I just read the comment where someone just tuned in and they're already impressed. That means a lot. Thank you. I try really hard all the time. Okay, so we got some spiky spikes happening here. He's looking fantastic. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I see some comments here. Hajime no Ippo. Deadly Sins Season 4, worst anime you've ever seen. Whoa. I know Deadly Sins is or 7 Deadly Sins, I'm assuming. Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins. I know that is that's a pretty hot take because it's a pretty popular anime, but maybe Season 4 is garbage. Now, I've only seen a few episodes. I didn't get super into it, but like to each their own. I recognize that there is a lot of enjoyment that can come from it. Drawing anime ears. I'm trying to think of the worst anime I've ever seen. I usually don't stick around if the anime is really bad. Ooh, I've got a super hot take. Maybe you guys are gonna like delete me after this, but I watched episode 1 of Devil is a Part-Timer and I was not into it. I was like, psh, been done 10,000 times before, not enough for what I want out of it. Super disappointed, totally left. So there we go. There's your Princess Edge hot take of the day. Was not into Devil as a Part-Timer. It's okay. I get it. You can unsubscribe. I know a lot of people really like that anime. I've heard a lot of people say it's their favorite. Not the case for me, unfortunately. Also, okay, I'm 29 now. My tolerance for like having to wait 10 episodes for the anime to get good, psh, that's gone now. I want episode 1 to be a solid first impression of what's to come. If it takes 10 episodes for the story to get decent, ain't nobody got time for that. Let's see here. I don't watch anime. Angel Beats. I've heard of Angel Beats, but I've never seen it. Have I seen Yagata Kimi no Naru? I have not. Never even heard of that one. There's so much anime out there, guys. It's amazing. It's incredible. But there's a lot I haven't seen. There's a lot I've only known in passing. I've heard good things about Angel Beats, though. I hope you liked it. That's like a pretty popular one. But that's from back in the day. Like, that's gotta be what, like 90s? Something like that? Maybe early 2000s? This guy's wearing a turtleneck. Repping the neck of the turtle. That was a weird way to put that. Okay, and then we're coming around this side to give him the rest of his, like, bottom spiky hair. Now we get to do what I like to call, just now I just made up the term, the palm tree hair. He's got palm tree hair. It's all mega spiky. This is, like, where it's all coming together. It's, like, Goku-esque, but not at all. Look at these spikes. Right now I'm in like intense concentration mode, so I'm gonna miss a lot of the comments coming in right now. Sorry guys. Mega spike. The satisfaction of hitting the top of the screen at the top of the drawing. That, my friends, is good planning. That, my friends, is actually me winging it and it working out. Look at this hair. It's hair-tastic. I am drawing Killua. Did I say it right? Am I ever saying it right? I bet it's Killua. That's fantastic that you could tell who it was, though. That means I'm doing an okay enough job. Yay. Dear Diary, today someone identified the anime character I was drawing. It was a good day. Such spike, much hair. We're coming around the corner. All right, cool. Okay, so the last part, he's got some random hairs in the center of his head, so I'm gonna go around, take care of those. And let's see what some people have been commenting. What if I make a mistake? Do I do it all over again? Pretty much. Oh, Killua. 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 Like a kilogram. Killua. Okay. I learned. Thanks, guys. And let's see, what do we got here? Distraught bird nest hair. That's another excellent term for what Killua has. Distraught bird nest hair. I bet it looks fantastic when, like, anime wind occurs. So he's got random bird nest hair happening in the center of his head. Kind of looks like a star at the center of his head. So unfortunately, to get over here, I gotta retrace around here. So let's do it. Do. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting near the point that I want to be. Okay, here we go. He's got a spike here. And then he's got 3 more. And then I will be done with Killua. Okay, 3 down, 2 to go. It's got these random stray hairs. Oh, and the last one. Haha. Look at that. Okay. There we go. Now let's angle it a little better so we get rid of that one glare. Cool. Well, that was cool. I'm going to show a very brief synopsis of what I've drawn tonight for anybody who might be tuning in a little more recently. So I've got this, and then I have tape here for when I tape down the Etch-a-sketch. I've got Scrooge McDuck. And then I have Toph Beifong. Apparently she was stung by a turtle bee. That is now my canon for that one. And then I had a commission today for Billy, the Brontosaurus. So thank you again to Mr. X for commissioning me this special drawing. You have been here since Billy. How many of you have been here since Billy? You've been a pretty awesome audience sticking around. I will do one more drawing, and the drawing is actually going to be my drawing that I pick right now. And I do appreciate everybody who has been sticking around. So, as a final word, any luck finding the other Schwartz models? Not yet. You know, they pop up like once every 2 or 3 years, so I don't often see them, unfortunately. But, I'm always on the lookout for them, though. If any of you happen to see one, for any reason, let me know. And I figure now is as good a time as any to say goodbye to everyone. You guys have been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much, especially to those of you who've been sticking around through the little speed bumps and getting a decent enough setup tonight. I've been dealing with a little bit of lighting and setup issues, so someone disliked the jerk. That's okay. Maybe they were there when I was having clunkier experiences. I need to do a status update on the $5 pizza slice. For sure. I'll let you know if I find myself a good slice of pizza. Good night, everybody, and have a good rest of the day / night wherever you happen to be. Awesome. You guys are great. Take care.